Have you ever imagined being fined for not smiling or chased down for whistling the wrong tune? Sounds outlandish, right? Well, brace yourselves, because in today's deep dive, we're venturing into the world's quirkiest corners to unveil the top 10 strangest laws around the world. From fashion rules in cosmopolitan cities to unexpected etiquette in picturesque towns, we've unearthed some absolute gems. Trust us, these aren't just laws, they're tales that'll make you rethink your next vacation itinerary. So buckle up, you're in for a wild legislative ride. Number 1. Chewing gum in Singapore. In the bustling streets of Singapore, where modernity meets tradition, there's a peculiar band that has travelers double-checking their pockets, chewing gum. It began in the early 1990s when Singapore's government saw gum as a menace. Stickiness smeared on public transportation doors, unsightly globs on sidewalks, they'd had enough. But hold on, it's not a complete prohibition. Therapeutic gum, think nicotine or dental gum, can be chewed if you have a medical prescription. And the story behind it? An urban landscape obsessed with cleanliness and functionality. Visitors often jest, saying they feel like outlaws when smuggling a pack for personal use. But remember, if you're caught selling gum, you could face a hefty fine, so it might be best to stick to mints. Number 2. No whistling in Petrolia, Canada. Picture this. Petrolia, a quaint Canadian town known for its rich oil history. Now combine this with the image of a local resident, lips puckered, ready to whistle a tune, but suddenly halting. Why, you ask? Well, the town has a law forbidding yelling, shouting, hooting, whistling, or singing. The genesis of this decree isn't a disdain for cheerful tunes, but rather an old precaution against alarming townsfolk during volatile oil fires. Over time, the fire threat waned, but the law remained, making the act of whistling feel almost rebellious. One can't help but chuckle imagining an intense police chase after someone passionately whistling Beethoven's symphony in broad daylight. But remember, if you're visiting, keep your lips sealed or risk the infamous Petrolia side-eye. Number 3. No frowning in Milan, Italy. Ah, Milan, the city of fashion, art, and mandatory smiles? Yes, you heard it right. In Milan, it's legally required for you to be all smiles all the time. This law states that you must not frown in the city, except during funerals or hospital visits. Now, this might seem strict, but the lore behind it is rather endearing. Centuries ago, the Duke of Milan believed that smiling kept the community spirit alive, uplifted, and unified, especially during tough times. Nowadays, while you're unlikely to be fined for a sullen face, this quirky statute is a testament to Milan's undying love for life, vibrancy, and positive vibes. So when in Milan, why not wear your best accessory? A smile. Number 4. No yellow clothes in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Envision a sunny day in Kuala Lumpur, a melting pot of cultures, but there's one thing oddly missing from the city's colorful palette: yellow clothing. During a period of political unrest, yellow became synonymous with protest and opposition in Malaysia. To deter mass gatherings and silent protests, the city prescribed wearing yellow, inadvertently making it a hue of rebellion. Over time, while political tensions have ebbed and flowed, the legacy of the yellow ban remains a topic of interest. For travelers, it's an oddity. There's no immediate danger in donning a yellow hat or scarf, but the story gives a deeper hue to Malaysia's vibrant socio-political tapestry. Number 5. No red cars in Shanghai, China. In the sprawling metropolis of Shanghai, amidst the sea of cars, you'll notice an absence of a fiery hue: red. It's not because Shanghainese have an aversion to this bold color. On certain days, red cars are prohibited from driving around the city. The reason isn't aesthetic, but environmental. Shanghai grapples with pollution, and to manage this, the car usage is restricted based on plate numbers and, oddly enough, colors. Visitors often find this intriguing, occasionally joking about trading in their red rentals. But for the locals, it's a unique approach towards a greener future, one hue at a time. Number 6. No flatulence on Thursdays in Florida, USA. Florida, with its sunny beaches and vibrant nightlife, harbors an unusual law that has raised many eyebrows. No passing gas in public places on Thursdays after 6 p.m. The origin remains shrouded in mystery, with some speculating it was a byproduct of old public decency laws. Over time, the law, much like the act it seeks to prevent, has become something of a silent but persistent legend. Tourists and locals alike chuckle at this curious restriction, ensuring their dinners on Thursdays are light and devoid of beans. After all, in the Sunshine State, you'd want to avoid any unexpected clouds. Number 7. No dying in the Houses of Parliament, UK. In the heart of London, where history oozes from every cobblestone, there exists an ironic decree. It's illegal to die in the House of Parliament. Although it sounds morbid, the backstory is pragmatic. Historically, anyone who dies within a royal palace, which includes the House of Parliament, is entitled to a state funeral. To avoid potential unintentional state funerals, this bizarre statute was created. One can only imagine the reaction of a tourist discovering this law. "I'll ensure I only live and breathe during the tour," they might quip. Britain, with its rich history, sure has some peculiar chapters. Number 8. No kissing on French train platforms. The land of romance, France, has an unexpected restriction that could stifle lovers' ardor. No prolonged kissing on train platforms. The law was enacted in the early 1900s to prevent delays. Love-stricken farewells were causing trains to run late. So the government decided that if you must share a prolonged kiss, take it to the arrival zones. It's amusing to imagine the scene: a passionate couple, lost in a goodbye kiss, being gently reminded by a conductor, "S'il vous plaît," or "move along." In France, love always finds a way, but trains must too. Number 9. No unattended cows in Scotland. In Scotland, a land of myths and legends, there's a decree that seems straight out of a fairy tale. It's illegal to let your cow roam freely without the proper supervision. Originating from the ancient times when livestock was vital and any damage they caused was a serious offense, this law remains on the books. While modern Scots are unlikely to tether their cows in city centers, the rule persists as a humorous relic. Travelers often jest about keeping an eye out for rogue cows during their Scottish escapades. "Always heard where you're headed," they might say, embracing the old-world charm of Scotland. Number 10. No playing dominoes on Sundays in Alabama, USA. Down south in Alabama, a peculiar tradition persists. Dominoes, a beloved game, is prohibited on Sunday. This quirky law has religious origins, with Sundays reserved for rest and worship. Activities seen as frivolous or distracting, like playing dominoes, were prohibited. Modern Alabamians, of course, don't take this too seriously, but the rule remains a curious testament to a bygone era. Tourists sipping sweet tea on a Sunday afternoon might chuckle and say, "Guess we'll play Monopoly then." In Alabama, traditions and tales meld seamlessly, creating a rich cultural tapestry. And that's a wrap. Remember, next time you pack your bags, maybe slide in a rule book too. Who knew the world was filled with such peculiar laws? If you ever stumble upon more, share them below. Until then, stay curious, keep smiling, especially if you're in Milan, and we'll see you on the next zany adventure. Safe travels!